I'm happy you said that we were led wrongly, because some of these businesses folded up after after the government, maybe government policies or maybe mismanagement of the economy forced them out of business.
No, it's a competition between us and the overseas countries. We have the largest textile industry, but we didn't look at it properly as our own. Then overseas, they started to improve the technology while we were static. Then we now import Ankara from abroad. Is that one heard of? We started the manufacture of Ankara. We own it. We should take what belongs to us in the world, and everybody would listen. But as long as we are complacent as a nation, we don't care for our people, we don't do research, we don't invest in our engineers, then we are a nation that will be doomed.
Do you agree with some who say politicians make it difficult for those best brains, to come to light and make
all of us will
them?
overcome them. They don't own the country. If they have a policy that is wrong, we must make sure that we shout. And you, in this industry, you are important to the survival of this nation. Don't let anybody believe in that Nigerian products are substandard. China products were substandard. Indian products were substandard. Let our own be substandard and let us consume them and develop them. I am from a university where they've started to culture our own chicken to be able to produce just like the English chicken. You cannot believe it is only Bill Gates that is funding that research for us to survive. We have another one that is goat. A goat produces more milk than cow. A goat that they are nurturing, doing research, produces more milk than cow. Nobody listens. Nobody is investing. It's Bill Gates that will talk. But when they know that it is contradictory to their own survival, they stop.
Looking at some of these things, we're talking about patronage and how some of these people, we have young Nigerians, as you said, who are really enterprising. They've delved into all endeavors. Do we get patronage or assistance, enough patronage or assistance from the government? Because
it's government policy. In China, in India, their Procurement Act prohibits you from buying anything that is not Chinese. Our own is loose. And I can give a lot of thanks to Saraki now, our Senate President, saying that if you start to buy our own things, Fela said so, buy Africa. Unless we start to buy our own things, we are doomed as a nation. He wrote this song 25 years ago. Buy Africa. Don't import things that you can make here, because you have competition with the outsiders to make you impoverished and say Africans are nothing, blacks are nothing. But in their own country, I went to Harvard, I went to MIT to see. You cannot believe what Nigerians are doing there. Their main research in MIT is being manned by Nigeria. And they are producing what nobody can produce in the world.
Senator,
but when they come to Nigeria, they are nothing.
You've already said it. I mean, that we're a third world country, developing country with first world taste. Can we begin to wean ourselves? How difficult is it going to be?
It is for us to now let it be a debate. Call other people here, call the government people here. This is what they are saying. You are not investing enough on research. Why? Why in our budget we don't have 10% of our GDP for research? That's when we can have a breakthrough. Brilliant people in Nigeria. But if there is no fund, your brain will die. Other countries, they use the brain of their people to develop their country.
That's research on the one hand. While research is going on, people must live, people must consume things, people will eat, people will wear clothes, people will wear shoes. Some of those things, I mean, we've already developed habits over time. Do you think that we can change our habits?
It's not everything. Let's pick the basic things, like our shoes, our dress. Why must we dress like an English person? Why must we not wear Ankara? Why must we not wear what we can afford? And the time is coming. This naira will go to 500, 1,000, and then we will now use our brain to develop ourselves. When you cannot afford foreign goods, what do? And a lot of credit go to Mr. President. Said, I will use my foreign exchange to develop the country. This pressure on devaluation is coming from the rich people, so that they can take advantage of him. If he stands his ground and use a percentage of the money on research and innovation. Create National Commission for Research, Engineering, Science and Innovation. Have a National Development Fund. That's what they have all over the world. National Research Fund. And it's going to be a 10% of our GDP go into National Research Fund. And let us now use that fund to develop our younger ones. Can you believe this iPad we are talking about? Nigerians will make better ones. Anything that they are doing in Nigeria, nobody is going to sell technology to you. You have to steal it. Nigeria can steal technology and will grow. But you are saying they are going to transfer technology. Who is going to transfer technology for you? The one they are going to transfer is 20 years old. And they have moved on. Why can't we move on too as a nation? Why can't we use our younger ones to have a breakthrough? And this country belongs to the young ones. We older ones, we are not giving them inspiration to develop our nation. To be able to invest in research, invest in engineering, invest in innovation. And we have a breakthrough. Overseas, I saw a Nigerian that developed a product. He sold it for $1 billion to Microsoft. One Nigerian, $1 billion. Do we have $1 billion here? Can you have, if you have 20 of those people developing innovation, developing things, and we sell to the world, unless we start to export our goods, unless we use our brain to make sure that our country grows, we are a doomed nation. We are a doomed nation.
Which sector do you think should lead this move, this sort of national consciousness or rebirth?
We are lucky to have Ogunlewe, an expert. He's a first-class graduate in engineering, and he went to the best university in the world. He's the now Minister of Science and Technology. That is his job. But he must stand up to everybody that will say, no, 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 no.
Oh, you think some people will say no to him?
Because they are going to gain. They are going to gain from that devaluation. If you are not developing, they gain more. Can you believe, when we went to Harvard, they told us, these colleges we are having, they are not relevant. You cannot meet us abroad. These universities we are establishing. Establishing University of Cassava, University of Rice, University of Cocoa, University of Palm Oil. In Puerto Rico, they have University of Banana. And everything you study there is banana. But our own, we have BSc degree in something that is not relevant to your country. If I have a BSc degree in cassava production, if I have a BSc degree in rice, if I have a BSc degree in cocoa, then I'm making a point to the world that I am an expert in cocoa. How do you want to be an expert in physics when you are 20 years behind? But you can be an expert in cocoa production, and the world will listen and come and learn from you.
So we should start looking at the ones we can really readily lay our hands on.
Yes.
And move on.
Yes. Cassava, rice, cocoa, palm oil, colleges of palm oil, colleges of cassava in our university. All you study is cassava. Cassava has how many products? And they will listen for you in the world. Cocoa University, palm oil university, rice university. Then you study nothing but rice. In another 10 years, they will come and learn how to grow rice here. But you study things that you don't have any competitive advantage over. In Africa, that's a problem. You are doing sciences where you are 20 years behind. So do their sciences. Marine engineering. Lagos State is surrounded by water. Have you ever seen somebody go into that water to do research? He has no money. He only has costume. You cannot believe what can be under that lagoon for us to survive as a nation. You watch television, you see what they do when they go under their water to do research. And when they do the research, they use it to develop their own country. We must invest in research. We must be dedicated as a nation. We must use the brain of our younger ones. Don't let them run away again.
You know, we shouldn't let this slip us by, because this is not the first time we have seen the Naira drop. And do you think that this wake-up call is something that we can cash in on?
If we are patient, let it go. Start research, investment in research. 1 year, they will beg for our product. When you don't export, and we are talking about dollar, do you manufacture dollar? But when you export, the dollar will come. All countries, that's what they do. Sit down Use your best brains. There are many. We have over 50 research institutions. We have 35 universities. What are they doing there? Give them money to do research, to have breakthrough, and then you have a country. Thank you very much.
That's where we'll also anchor, and thank you too for coming on, Senator Adeseye Ogunlewe, former Minister of Works, giving his thoughts on what we need to do and how we need to progress. We will be back in a moment. Don't go away.